SSL has just released a new plugin, and all that I know is that it's a dynamic EQ. I want to do this video the old-fashioned snake oil way, where I just dive into a plugin without having tried it before, and definitely without having read the manual. So let's have some fun. Alright, X-DynEQ is what the thing is called. It's, well, I think a 4-band EQ. I don't know. Let's see what happens. Oh, okay, so I can do this. Okay. I can do this. Yeah. Okay, but where's my... Oh, now. Okay, so when I let go, it's a dynamic EQ. That's a lot. Oh. So. Well, they weren't joking. This is not just an... this is now dynamic, I think. I should have read the manual, but it does make it more funny to just, you know, try it out without knowing what's going on. I hope it's funny here. Let me know in the comments down below. Okay, let's see if we can dynamicize that low frequency stuff. Okay. So it has an intelligent release. Yeah, auto release, yeah. Auto attack as well. Auto threshold. Auto threshold. Auto threshold. I think the first dynamic EQ with auto threshold built in was the Pro Q3 by FabFilter, but FabFilter never told anyone. And Dan Worrell actually made a great video about that on my channel. I'll link it over here. It's probably the best video on my channel because I wasn't making it. But yeah, check it out. Check it out. I'll link it over here. So auto threshold, and what that does is it automatically adjusts the threshold so that you just basically only have to set a range. So all these advanced parameters over here, which you do not get in the FabFilter, are not necessarily needed to be adjusted. Needed to be adjusted, or adjusted to be needed, whatever. Okay. So basic controls here. Oh, okay, yeah. And that's also in the dynamic, okay, yeah. Okay. So you can basically select the type of filter here and the shape of it. And with something like this, they call it constant Q, but it's actually, I would actually call it more of a dynamic Q than a constant Q. Probably from a technical perspective, it's probably more a constant Q, but you know, the Q factor changes the more you cut, and I think you can also set it in a setting the more that you boost. It's pretty much a more natural way of EQing. I think most analog stuff works like that as well. Can it also EQ like inverted? Yeah, it can, I think. If we change to, yeah, that's cool. Yeah, cool. Look at that release, how well it releases. Alright, so a very very serious EQ that can be a dynamic EQ as well. So it's just a very advanced EQ. Let's check this, by the way. Is this... Oh, now we can see our face behavior as well. Whatever. Oh, there we go. Maybe do this. Maybe do this. now we can also see what's happening to our face behavior. Oh, and our impulse response. Oh, we can change our view. Okay, yeah, cool. Don't look at the face behavior too much. It is interesting. It's definitely something to think about. But I've seen a lot of people basically hyper focus on the face response of not just an EQ, but on the face response of their whole track, trying to get everything aligned from a face response perspective. Sometimes you just gotta leave the face for what it is. Sometimes it actually is coloring as a benefit. But it's cool that you can at least see it in here. Step response, same thing. This is our impulse response. So let's see if we can make like a ringing filter. So let's remove this. Yeah, here you can see already. Like, so without anything, there's nothing happening. But if we really do like a tight Q factor, low frequency thing, maybe even use a linear phase filter. I don't know if that's in here. Is linear phase available? High quality? No. Here comes a quote again. I'm going to write this one down for a t-shirt. Linear phase does not improve sound quality. It's a different way of handling phase. All right, so one of the things I'm wondering here, I mean, I'm talking very technical stuff, but how many bands can I create in here? Very scientific approach this. I mean, it looks beautiful. Anyway, you can create 24 bands, and if that's not enough, you might consider changing your job, because 24 bands of EQ on one single channel is a lot. Comment down below where that is needed, because I don't know. All right, so X-DynEQ basically is a great competitor for a lot of other EQs out there. Not just dynamic EQs, but EQs. And it's cool that you now have that in the Solid State Logic bundle. If you have all the plugins from Solid State Logic, it's great to get this one as well. It's probably included in your subscription already if you are subscribed to it. And otherwise, just wait until there's a ridiculous discount on the Solid State Logic website. Because ridiculous discounts is something that Solid State Logic is very, very good at. However, that's probably the only reason to get this dynamic EQ. Because honestly, if you already have a great EQ that can do dynamic stuff, I don't see a reason to buy this. It would have been great to have this thing integrated in SSL 360. I have the UC1 over here and the UF1 over here. And I have the 360 link plugin. Now I asked SSL like, hey, is there mapping or something available? They said no, but you can map it in the 360 link. But if we would try to do that, we can of course map a few logical things. So for the low frequency, we can do the frequency. We can map the gain. There we go. And it functions in the same way as the channel strip would function now. So we can map this as an EQ, of course. And you can see that this works really well actually. Great. So you can now use it. This is actually this is pretty cool. But now let's say I'm EQing over here, have a bit of a boost here, and I want to make it dynamic. How am I gonna do that on the controller? I've shown in my 360 link video that I can map them on here. But what I start to notice when using this controller more and more, it doesn't really want to do it. It's not made for it, because the layout of the knobs is really like the SSL channel strips, like the old school SSL. So the controllers try to get us the old school feeling of having a console. But what I think they forgot is integrating the new school stuff, the modern stuff in these controllers as well. It's a bit weird, because on one side, Solid State Logic wants to be modern with controllers, plugins, stuff, but they're also forgetting part of it. And one of my suggestions would be to have the dynamic range on these 4 knobs here, because it's more of a special thing. But that's not possible. You cannot map these ones in 360 link. Yeah, you can go through pages with all the different settings, but these are basically the settings that are on here. So you're basically just running here. I don't have my compression ratio mapped. Compression ratio here. It's not mapped. So I cannot control it. That's one thing. Another thing is I have a beautiful view over here of the EQ curve, and I do not get that view over here. While when I would use a channel strip like this, and I would EQ a little bit on it, look, I will get that great view on that great looking display. So SSL is working on an ecosystem. They're doing a lot of things right, but this is something I just do not get. They really should come with a more universal mappable controller. This is a universal mappable controller, but because of the way it's laid out, it doesn't make any sense at all. It really makes me think of a famous quote from Steve Jobs when he was introducing the first iPhone. He showed other phones with a lot of buttons on there, and he said, what if you come up with a new feature? You cannot go around and add a button to all of these phones. There is something to say about touchscreens. Now, touchscreens do not have the tactile feeling of knobs, so that should be incorporated in the decision making as well. But yeah, what I do know is that, you know, this combination isn't it. So if you're looking for such a combination, such a, you know, Apple style integration ecosystem feel, then no. Could have been great, but it isn't. So yeah, the plugin itself, great, really great, but you know, I think it's a missed opportunity from SSL. And I do understand it needs more hardware development, and maybe they have already been doing that, and maybe they will come up with a universal controller soon or something. But right now it's weird. It's just weird. And of course, as you have seen in my recent video where I talk about plugin standards, having it as a closed ecosystem is not the best, but I do appreciate how SSL is opening up everything and allowing people to map third-party plugins and all that kind of stuff. I find it really important to have said that as well. Now, that's it for what I think. Leave a comment down below with your thoughts. Down below will also be an affiliate link if it's available. I don't know for sure, but if it's available, there will be an affiliate link to a plugin boutique where you can buy the X-DynEQ or another plugin. When you use that affiliate link, a little bit of your purchase gets kicked back to me, and that way you are supporting the independence of the channel. Solid State Logic or any other brand is not paying me. My channel is fully run from community support, and I do a lot of mixing and mastering that also pays the bills. So that's how I finance everything, and I like to keep it that way, because that way I can give my honest opinion about the SSL 360 stuff or whatever. Anyway, another way to support me is by becoming a channel member. As a channel member, you pay a fixed monthly fee. You can press the join button down below and it will show you what you can get for which fee. As a channel member, you get early access to videos and access to playlists like this one. Now, the last way to support me and the whole YouTube platform is by watching more videos. Link an instant video over here. Thanks a lot for watching, keep pushing, and bye-bye.